Good morning, everyone. This is Sid here, and today we're going to talk about living sober. And this is a completely new topic that is only connected to a book that is from AA. You can find it in online as well as if you go to any other site. I know this is the mirror image would have been better, but it is living sober. Before we go in, I would like to say that this video is going to be primarily in English, so most of my viewers will be able to understand it. We are going to migrate to a page of Living Sober that is using the Serenity Prayer and talk about it. Why do we have a prayer or a saying or a thing that we repeat on a daily basis? It is also a kind of an affirmation which you continuously talk about every day, and you make sure that you follow the first step each time you do the prayer, because unless and until you submit yourself to a higher power, a power greater than you, you cannot come out of addiction or any such obsessive compulsive disorder. So like the affirmation that I use when I go into classes is that I am an addict, and I pray to God that He gives me the strength and solidarity to drop all my addictions, and I shall not be addictive from today. That is my affirmation that I do everywhere whenever I go, starting of the class and ending of the class. Just reminding myself that I accept the addiction wholeheartedly, and I know that my life has become unmanageable because of the said addiction, and I will try to renew my efforts every day to work with it. Now, similarly, a prayer has been coined by AA or NA that is called the Serenity Prayer. Not coined by AA or NA, it is used. A prayer from the Bible is used as Serenity Prayer. And we have seen it in almost every meeting place, rehabilitation center, everywhere. This prayer is used. Extract of the whole prayer is used. We shall, in the subsequent video, go with the full prayer and try to understand what it means in our life. Now, it is important for us to understand that there are two things that are very important when we are trying to let any kind of obsessive behavior go or control any kind of obsessive behavior. One is meditation, because our inner strength, strength has to work out, and it has to have the power to repel those obsessive thoughts. And the second is to leave everything to another higher power for it to work. Meditation works wonders. If you do it regularly, it works wonders. We will, in a subsequent video, talk about meditation and how we need to use meditation. What are the different vibrations which help us to get rid of the negativity or negative energy that is running in the course of our weeks due to our obsessive behavior. If you notice, then I would continuously be using the term obsessive behavior rather than addiction, because I feel that primarily addictions are obsessive behaviors only, which manifest in a physical and mental way within us. Now let's go to the page which says, there's the page from Living Sober, and the topic is using Serenity Prayer. If you start reading it, then on the walls of thousands of AA meetings in a variety of languages, this invocation has been seen. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Now, AA did not originate it. As I said, AA did not start this. This is a prayer from the Bible that is being used, and various versions of these are there in every holy text. Versions of it seem to have been used for centuries in various faiths, and it is now widely current outside AA as well as in the fellowship. whether we belong to a church or that, whether we are humanists, agnostics, or atheists, most of us have found these words of a wonderful guide in getting sober, staying sober, and enjoying our sobriety. Whether we see the Serenity Prayer as actual prayer or just a favorite wish, it offers a simple prescription for a healthy emotional life. The most important part is a healthy emotional life. What is a healthy emotional life? Healthy emotional life is having the emotional balance to work with the obsessions, because obsessions primarily cause trouble in our life. Obsessions are the things that make us physically do stuff. Now let's just read through it, then we'll discuss about it. We've put one thing right at the head of the list among the things we cannot change. That is our addiction or alcoholism. No matter what we do, we know that tomorrow we won't suddenly become a non-addict or a non-alcoholic any more than we will be 10 years younger or 6 inches taller, which is impossible. I mean, you can't be 10 years younger tomorrow, or you can't be 6 inches taller tomorrow. So it is impossible. So it is impossible for us to just get rid of our obsessive behavior in a day or at all. Actually, the obsessive behavior does not go. It just transfers from one point to another. It just transfers from one point to another. In the beginning, we were obsessive about the addiction, maybe alcohol, maybe drugs, or whatever it is. Later on, we become obsessive about sobriety in any way, shape, or form. We need to be obsessed about sobriety. Because if we are not obsessed by sobriety, we won't be able to lead a recovering addict's life. We couldn't change our alcoholism, but we didn't say neatly, all right, I'm alcoholic. Yes, I just have to drink myself to death. There is something we could change. We didn't have to be drunk alcoholics. Now, this is the important line. We didn't have to be drunk alcoholics. That means active users. We don't have to be active users. We become sober alcoholics. We remain alcoholics. We remain addicts. I am an addict through my life. But with the knowledge of my obsessiveness towards alcohol or drugs or tobacco, whatever it is, I am an informed person. Yes, that did take courage, and we need a flash of wisdom to see what was possible, that we could change our lives. For us, that was only the first, most obvious use of Serenity Prayer. Further, we get from the last drink, the more beautiful and more packed with meaning these few lines become. We can apply them over everyday situations, the kind we use to run away from into the bottle. Now, the difference of knowing the things I can change and cannot change. The courage to change the things I can. These are the two important lines. Now, on a day-to-day basis, how do we use them? We use them on a day-to-day basis because there are things that you need to know that no matter what you do, you cannot change. There are certain damages, there are certain things that have happened to you in your life which you cannot change no matter what you do. One is your past. Your past is something that you cannot change. There's no point brooding over the past, that this has happened in my life and because of this has happened. It's done. It's done. You have been obsessive, you have taken alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, and your life has become unmanageable. Now that has happened. It has become unmanageable. Now, thinking about the unmanageable things that we've done, we again go back into the bottle, because remember the first day that you had a blackout and people started reminding you as to what happened yesterday? You would not want to listen to that. You would say, just get me another drink and let's forget about it. Or maybe laugh goofily and say that, forget about it. We'll see what laugh. We'll just think about it tomorrow. Let's have a drink today. So each time a difficult situation comes in front of you, what you do is you go back into the bottle. Let's see what example they cite over here. By the way of example, I hate this job. You have to stick with it or connect with. A little wisdom comes into play. Well, if I do quit, the next few weeks or months are going to be rough. But if I have the guts to take it, the courage to change, I think I will wind up in a better spot. Now you're doing a job. Boss is abusive. Can't take it. Atmosphere is very, very tough. Every day you come to the job, you feel like drinking. First thing you need to do is remove the irritants. That is what is mentioned in most of the places. You need to remove the irritants. Now, to be able to remove the irritant like the job, you need to have the courage to do it, because the next few days are not going to be simple. You have to redo your resume. You have to redo your interview giving skills. You have to be prepared to be in scrutiny with others. You need to do all those things. Maybe the money will be a little tight. So you have to have the courage to face it. Once you do that, then you will be able to be in a better spot and take a proper decision. Now, let's go a little further and see what's written. Or the answer may be, let's face it, this is no time for me to go job hunting. Not with the family to support, but besides, here I am 6 weeks sober and I have AA friends. See, I'd better not start making a drastic change in my life yet. Better concentrate on not taking the first drink and wait till I get my head straightened out. Okay, I can't change the job right now, but maybe I can change my own attitude. Let's see. How can I learn to accept the job serenely? Now, there will be adversities in my life. Maybe my boss will be angry, or there'll be too much stress in my job, or whatever it is. But I need to work on it. I need to work on that rather than escaping it. So with the AA friends, with people to share, with people to talk to, I have the ability to think about it and make the correct changes rather than drastic changes. Now that is another way of looking at it. The word serenity looked like an impossible goal when we first saw the prayer. In fact, if serenity meant apathy, bitter resignation, or impassive endurance, then we didn't even want to aim at it. But we found that serenity meant no such thing. When it comes to us now, it is more as plain recognition, a clear-eyed, realistic way of seeing the world accompanied by inner peace and strength. Serenity is like a gyroscope that lets us keep our balance no matter what turbulence whirls around us and what is a state of mind worth aiming for. Now, this is what the Serenity Prayer was all about. It was about giving you this nugget of wisdom and explaining to you the things that you can change or can't change, so that you don't spend your emotion, time, thought, physical process, physical power trying to change the things that you cannot change. No matter what you do, you cannot change. You can't change the surrounding. You can't leave every surrounding and run away. What you need to do is change yourself to a certain level so that you are more adaptable towards the surrounding, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, I believe and hope that you liked the Serenity Prayer and the meaning that I read before you today, with the little bit of explanation that I could with my knowledge. If you have any other questions or you think about any questions, please do leave a comment down below and ask me. I will definitely return with the answers. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.